Power is nothing without control. This is what I've learned many years ago when I was a teenager, just under 18 years old. And I had an experience, obviously, that turned my life into going to jail. Right? So I spent some time there. And I remember the first day when I entered, I've seen on the wall, so I was sleeping in these 3 beds, like, I don't know how to say it in English, but I was sleeping on the top of the bed, right? And I remember the ceiling was literally 15 centimeters away from my face. That's where I was sleeping. I've been there for about 2 years between jail and house arrest. And I remember that when I read that phrase, that quote on the ceiling, it changed my life. I understood that at the time I was a very impulsive man, very impulsive guy. So if someone would have wanted to upset me at the time, it would take them probably less than 60 seconds to upset me, right? And I was allowing people all the time to literally control my mind, right? Wherever I was happy or I was unhappy or was upset, whatever emotion I was having, it was control in a way from what was happening around me, what kind of conversation I was having with people, what kind of experiences I was having. And once I read that quote, it literally changed my life. I understood that everything we see, the emotions that we have, and how we decide to approach life all the time, whatever happens to us, it depends on what we see here, how well we control our mind. So right now, obviously, you guys are aware of the situation that is happening in Dubai since about 15 days, right? A lot of people have left the country. A lot of people, literally, they've been afraid. They've been watching what was happening on the media, and they were not watching what's happening up here, by the way, right? And they left the country, and they started to be terrorized about what was happening, right? And what I can tell you is, I haven't. Yeah, me and my family, we've been here. Me and my family, we haven't moved. We're gonna move in April to go back in Europe for business, but we already booked those flights before this situation has happened. I trained my mind during these years to be in a situation today where nothing worries me, right? It's not about what's happening out there, because there is a book that I've been reading many times. It's called 7 Habits. And one of the 7 habits, this, by the way, is, if you haven't read this book before, go purchase it right now. It's called 7 Habits. It will change your life. This is the most read book by billionaires and multimillionaires out there. And one of the habits that you will learn from the book is focus on what you can control. Do not focus on what you cannot control. Right? Now, this situation is happening in Dubai, but everything that happens in our life, if you don't have direct control into something, leave it on the side. Focus on what you have direct control on. I'm giving you an example, right? Politicians. A lot of people, they complain about politicians, about how they're running the countries all the time, about other people, right? Can you control that? You cannot control it, right? So focus on what you can control, which is yourself. Focus on self-development. Focus on getting your body shape to the next level. Focus on making more money. Focus on the things that you can actually control and have an impact on. This is what matters in life. Do not ever allow circumstances, other people, emotions to control how you show up in life. Does it make sense? Because the more you do that, the more you will show the world that this situation can have an impact on you. And if you show that, you're showing weakness at the same time, right? So make sure that people see you in a way that you are not controllable. They cannot control your emotion, right? This is something I learned in business during these past years that allow me today that it doesn't matter, whatever happens out there, whatever situation, whatever challenge we're facing in business, in the family, with friends, in life, this will not affect me. So pause, relax. If you cannot control it, leave it on the side. If you can control it, go and have an impact on those things. All right? I'll see you in the next video, guys.